Here is my recipe for my uncovered pot pie. Now I made this with turkey breast because it was on sale a few months ago, and I bought it and kept it in my freezer, cooked it, and now I decided to eat some and make some for this pot pie. So as you can see, the roasted turkey breast here, I'm slicing it. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it into some cubes. Now, when you're making your pot pie, you can cut it into whatever size that you like, that works for you or works for you and your family. This worked out perfectly for me. Then in a pan with some oil, about 2 tablespoons of oil, I added some onions, I added some garlic to go ahead and cook up. As soon as you smell it, you know that you're on the right track, and then you can start adding some of your other ingredients. Now to my onions and garlic, I added shallots, which is in the garlic and onion family, so it kind of marries the others super well, and you can barely kind of taste it, but it's a great addition to any savory dish you're making. Added those shallots with that bright purple color and cooked it down just like with onions and garlic. You want to make sure you cook it until you smell it nice and fragrant. From there, you can add the rest of your mirepoix, which would be celery and carrots. So now you have celery, you have carrots, you have onions, you have garlic, and you also have shallots. Now this is depending on the vegetables you have. You can also use some herbs if you want, or some other spices as well. But because I wanted the traditional pot pie, that's what I went with. So you want to cook everything together by mixing it up in your hot oil. From there, you want to go ahead and add your potatoes. Now I'm adding potatoes for starch, and so that it kind of helps thicken the pot pie a little bit. You can definitely omit this if you want. I had a red potato. Now everything is bright and colorful. From there, I added in my turkey. Again, you can cut it to whatever size you want. Mix everything together, getting it nice and evenly warm, seeing how every ingredient I'm adding is cold. So once I add it into the pan, I'm starting to mix it to try to get everything at the same temperature. Here's where you add your spices. Now for me, I added some garlic, I added some cayenne pepper for a little bit of a kick and its benefits, add a little bit of onion powder, and started mixing my ingredients. Now you can also add your herbs. And I also added about 2 tablespoons of butter as well, because you want to add flour to thicken up your pot pie. That's the thickener. You can use another thickener, but I like adding flour. Mix that all together before adding in my chicken stock, so it comes out creamy and bubbly. Now for herbs, you can also add some thyme, which I did add. You can add a bay leaf as well. You can even add oregano if you wanted, just to add herbs into your food. But those are just some suggestions. Once it's cooked up with the chicken stock, I added a cheddar jalapeno biscuit on top that I made separately and ate it all together. It was delicious.